Hey guys, what's up? Spectre here, and welcome to part 2 of my Ultimate Mod Setup, a compilation of some of the very best mods I've covered so far in 2018. If you missed the first half, I highly suggest that you click the card in the top right now so you don't miss out on some high quality mods. Again, these are mods that I always use, they never leave my load order, and they're guaranteed to work together and make your experience all the better. There are almost 20 mods to go through, so let's jump in. Craftable Everything is a mod that comes in a few versions, with a release for each DLC, but it essentially adds a wide variety of playable, craftable, temperable, and enchantable items to the tanning rack and smithing anvil. You'll be able to craft essentially every clothing item in Skyrim, opening up a host of new customization options for your character. I would recommend downloading each version, as it adds new armor from each DLC. Water Terrain Enhancer makes the water in Skyrim much more realistic. Rivers will flow in the correct direction, large bodies of water and still bodies of water will now behave more realistically. Transparency of water is also tweaked depending on location, and this mod changes the height of waves off the coast of the continent. If you're looking to elevate the overall look of the landscape, then this mod is a must. A simple tip though, place water near the bottom of your load order to minimize issues. Better horses will vastly improve your equestrian experience in Skyrim. This mod boosts stamina, allowing horses to run for even longer periods of time, and also increases their speed. The best part of this mod is that it sets your steed to essential, so no more losing your horse to cliffs, dragons, or other powerful enemies. Horses will also flee combat rather than getting in the way on the battlefield. Fallen Trees is a mod that adds more fallen trees across the in-game world for a beautiful and varied experience. You'll find them most commonly on rivers or in canyons, adding natural bridges across the landscape. This mod adds a subtle variety to the world as you quest across it, and the creators did a great job of making this change seem natural. Better City Entrances seeks to make cities more impressive. The creators do a good job of remaining lore-friendly, and tailor each new city entrance to the region's style. You won't experience any performance hits, even in larger cities. This mod helps to add variety and a new look to cities you may have seen dozens or even hundreds of times already through your various playthroughs. VioLens, a kill move mod for PS4, allows players to trigger kill moves more often by removing the last enemy restriction, and unlocks previously unused melee kill moves. It also allows the triggering of kill moves with left-handed weapons. You can even trigger kill moves with shields when bashing. For anyone looking to make combat more brutal in Skyrim, this mod is for you. Immersive Citizens AI Overhaul is a mod that enhances NPC behavior in order to make them more realistic. When attacked, NPCs will have their own survival in mind rather than blindly rushing at you, allowing them to unlock and use more abilities against you. This mod also improves their daily schedules and adds new behaviors to their routines. NPCs will respond to more things like weather or an individual's profession or relationship. It effectively doubles the amount of unique conversations and delivers a more immersive feeling, especially when in towns and cities. This next mod is one of my all-time favorites and one of the best mods available. College of Winterhold is an overhaul for the Mage's College in Winterhold. It's brought to us by Fendrix, the creator of Fendrix Magic World, which I mentioned in part 1 of this list. It adds an incredible amount of detail and new set pieces to the college, and makes the overall space feel much more magical. I don't want to spoil it at all here, but there's so much to see as you explore the hallowed halls of the Mage's College that this is a must for any magic user. Supreme and Volumetric Fog tweak Skyrim's foggy weather by making it, well, more foggy. It also makes fog thicker, delivering an eerie feeling across cities and forests in the early morning and late evening. This lightweight mod also isn't too taxing on your system either. Lanterns of Skyrim adds a ton of new lanterns across the in-game world, giving you more visibility when traveling at night, and even places a few more lanterns in cities. This mod is carefully crafted in order to remain lore-friendly and avoid breaking immersion. It's a subtle mod, but when used with some of the other mods on this list, such as Dense Grass, Fallen Trees, and Bridges of Skyrim, you can really see a difference in the landscape. No Vampire Attacks in Town is another self-explanatory mod that disables vampire attacks in towns, but it doesn't disable attacks in the rest of the world, like on main roads at night. This mod helps solve a pretty widespread annoyance we've probably all faced: attacking a vampire in town, only to hit a town guardsman, and in turn get the whole city guard on your tail instead. Scholar's Eye is a useful little tweak that has saved me tons of time. Rather than blindly rifling through every book I see in hopes of increasing my skills, Scholar's Eye casts a glowing effect on books that teach or upgrade a skill or spell. It's incredibly simple, but incredibly helpful as well. Rebalanced level lists changes the loot as you level up, adding in higher quality items as potential drops from enemies or in chests. It adds chitin, Stalrim, Nordic, and bone mold armor and weapons to the loot table. There are also higher chances for dragons and bosses to drop enchanted armor and weapons, Daedric armor and weapons, and rare crafting ingredients. It also makes loot a bit more specific. Dwemer ruins will have more Dwemer artifacts, bandits will have more stolen jewelry, armor and weapons, and so forth. This mod makes progression feel more fulfilling, and gives players a chance to chase way better items even further into their playthroughs. Waves is a simple mod that upgrades the visual quality of waves off the Skyrim coast. It takes animations and textures introduced by the Dragonborn DLC and applies them to the rest of the in-game world, and results in an overall improved look. Unlimited Rings and Amulets allows you to equip just that, unlimited rings and amulets. The vanilla game only allows a single amulet and 2 rings for balance purposes, but this isn't very realistic. Instead, this mod allows you to wear 1 modded ring or amulet and as many vanilla amulets and rings as you like. Players are also free to enchant and wear their own rings created in-game to mix and match for the perfect combo of buffs. Rain and Snow Effects allows your character to show frost accumulation on their armor in the frigid cold, and drops of water falling off of them when they get wet. These effects also have a subtle way of wearing off once you exit the water or snow, or when walking into an interior space. It adds a nice touch of environmental immersion to the game. Lore-based loading screens adds over 160 new loading screens to Skyrim. Each is steeped in Tamrielic lore, with new factoids, tips, and quotes from in-game books. These new bits of lore aren't just from Skyrim either, but also from past Elder Scrolls titles. These loading screens can help add a little variety to something we as Skyrim fans are all too familiar with at this point: the same stale loading screens. Each new loading screen has been curated by the Elder Scrolls lore community, and it's definitely a nice little mod to add to your load order. Rich Merchants of Skyrim gives merchants across Skyrim much more gold to barter with. This eliminates having to spread your loot haul across various vendors in order to sell all your wares. Previously, many vendors would carry small sums, even less than 1,000 gold at times. But with this mod, they will have at least 10,000 gold available to them. And that's it, my entire list of must-have mods. The ultimate mod setup sure to elevate your gameplay experience. Now, to be clear, this is just a baseline. These are mods that I feel that everyone should have, and I have many more within my Skyrim mod playlist. Here's a look at my load order as we wrap up. Feel free to pause and inspect it further. This isn't the end to my mod coverage. I'll still keep making new mod lists and bringing them to you. To check out smaller, more individually tailored lists, like must-have armor mods, weapon mods, and so on, click through to my Skyrim mods playlist and check them out. And as always, thanks for watching.